Good evening, everybody. Welcome to THFC Till I Die FA Cup fifth round draw watch along to see who the great Tottenham Hotspur finally get in the fifth round of the cup on our march to Wembley when we're going to win the trophy in June this year. My co-host Dermot, you can't see him tonight because he's on a secret mission. He's on his way to Lisbon to kidnap Pedro Porro and bring him home in his suitcase. But sorry, I've told him we are now, Dermot.
Oh, Lord. I apologise about the noise. I think everyone can guess where I am. But me and Carl Simpson are in Lisbon at the moment. We're just going into Sporting Lisbon and we'll grab him and we'll bring him back. And Mia's doing the medical. So we'll keep you updated as we go.
There's a Ryanair flight on the runway with the engines running, waiting for you to come back.
Yeah, so it's like the Mission Impossible. All we need now is the Mission Impossible theme.
Yeah, can organise that later on. But anyway, Dermot's been under the weather at the moment, so he's very kindly joining us for this important draw to see who we get in the next round. And I think we're all praying for a home tie against maybe a lower league opposition, although some fans think we might do better off getting the likes of Southampton or Leicester or somebody like that. You know, they can get another Premiership team out of the way before the quarterfinals. But anyway, the next few minutes will tell. The draw's coming up sometime between now and 7:30. I'm not quite sure. It's on BBC, the One show, and Jermaine Genius is one of the hosts there. So maybe that's a bit of an omen for us, next first player, you know. But in the meantime, anyway, first of all, we want to say hello to a new Harry Kane member, DS Samuel. Very welcome to the family as we are here, and we hope to see lots of your posts coming up over the next few days and weeks and months. And just to see who else is in the chat. Zoe DS saying big up, Dermot. They're all wishing you well. Mick Hermeluk as well. Big up, Dermot.
Big up, Mick.
Mick now is saying to Zoe, how you doing, Zoe? So there you are. And big up, Brad. Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe Mr. Y off there, but near enough. And Zoe saying, I'd love to get Wrexham. I don't know about that now. I think there'd be a few heart failures during a Wrexham tie because those guys gave everything yesterday. They were so unlucky not to go through correctly.
I tell you what, Philip, that was one hell of a game. It was an old tie. It was an old style cup tie, that game. That's what it was. It was like back from the past, that game.
It was like Back to the Future. It was like back in the 1960s or 70s cup tie.
Yeah.
You know, the dodgy pitch in places and the crowd really up for it. And they fair to Sheffield United. They weathered the storm there, even though they did score in the first minute. But they wanted the cosh for a lot of that game, especially the second half. And it took an Irish international, John Egan, to get the equaliser in the 94th minute or something. You know,
it took his goal well as well.
Actually, he did it very well, you know. But it's great to see a little team like Wrexham because remember, it wasn't so long ago Wrexham gave us a bit of trouble in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
I think we play not so long ago, you know. So that's why I'd be a bit wary about getting them. Although I think everybody will probably think Sheffield United will get through that tie, you know.
I like this one from Wembley one.
Even the guys and gals, we're bound to be away, aren't we? I blame Levy. Well, that's true. That's true. You know, I'll tell you one thing. There's the three things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Manchester United getting a home draw. So we'll see. Does that continue tonight now? Because they've been so lucky with their competitions. You know, they seem to. They did Reading in the last round. God knows who they had. Accrington Stanley or some of the previous rounds. So no, they seem to get a lot of lucky draws. I'm hoping they get Man City away this time. They'll get rid of them.
Yeah, that will get rid of one of them anyway. So we're just still waiting for the draw. I think also big up to, I know we don't say it, but big up to Hotspur as well. And then if everyone in the chat can please hit that like button, hit the subscription button, don't forget, get your memberships. And if you want to talk to me or Philip, and you can skip the queue, but don't forget to get your super chats in as well.
Yeah. You get our undivided attention on the super chats.
Yeah.
Chloe again says, yeah, so true, Philip, big up. Yeah, that's the thing about Wrexham. You know, you just have this thing in the FA Cup. Every season, some big name becomes a cropper against a lower team.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be Spurs. You know, no. Don't. It happened last season when we got beaten by Middlesbrough. So that was bad.
Yeah. It really did, Philip. So I don't know if the draw started yet, because at the moment...
No, I'm watching the Jermaine Genius is sitting here with the FA Cup about 2 feet away from him.
Ron. Run, Jermaine. Run with it down to White Hart Lane. Run with it.
Yeah. And I think it will be, I think it's your man, Mark, whatever you call him, that does Match of the Day too, is doing the draw. I think that ex-Arsenal girl player who used to play for Arsenal, the one that's on BBC a lot, I think she's alongside him, But, this is getting nervous now. Oh, here we go. I think we're starting now. No, we're not.
Just a big shout out. Big up Wayne Bonner. I'm putting the thumbs up and nobody can see me. So
that's it. I'll do it. And Carl Simpson is saying, evening, gents. Apparently Paratici is working on a couple of players. So hopefully an exciting deadline day. This is why Levy took over thrashing out the Porro deal, which should be done tonight. Yeah, I mean, I want to make a comment on that Porro deal. I know everybody is blaming Levy for this one, but I'm going to give him a pass on this one. Now, I could be wrong. The deal was agreed on Saturday night, apparently. They shook on it. Now, this morning, the Sporting Lisbon chairman has supposedly added 3 million more to the price tag, right? Now, how that can be Levy's fault, I don't know. Okay, maybe he should have paid the release fee earlier in the month and saved all this. But I think it was the negotiating team that Levy had in place has now been given their marching orders, and Levy has taken over. He's probably looking to pay 30 million for him now instead of 45. But hopefully he gets it done, because I mean this whole January has been set up for Porro's arrival. Yeah. And if we don't get him, it's going to be a huge blow. Really is. So what do you think of that?
I think all hell will break loose if we don't get Porro, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think regardless who's at fault, there'll be blame and counter blame going on, and it's not going to end well for Levy, I don't think.
No, it isn't.
If he does get him, I mean, the player himself apparently is disgusted by his club's reaction. He's absolutely, heartbroken by it, and that will all change over to tonight. So we have 27 and a half hours left before the end of the transfer window, so a lot can happen in that. And Wayne Bonner is looking forward to this draw. The FA Cup is ours. It's coming home. All the omens are there. We're number one in the draw. The FA Cup is sitting in front of an ex-Spurs player, and that's it really. But he'd grasp at any draw at the moment.
So the guaranteed Man City away then.
Probably, yeah. I'll probably be the first game out.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. No, we deserve a decent draw this time, I think. Not that we didn't get. We got 2 decent draws already, but let's just keep it going.
Yeah, and we've got a super chat here from Wayne Bonner. Philip.
He says, "I'm with the Godfather on the Porro deal." Good man, Wayne. Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, there will be, if we don't get it, there will be. Well, do you know what it'll do now? And this is going to sound very harsh, and don't mean this as criticism of Spurs fans generally, but there are some Spurs fans out there who will take the collapse of the Porro deal as more ammunition to shoot at Levy. Instead of thinking this is bad for the team, it'll be good for their attack on Levy. And I don't think that's right. The team should come first. The ownership will sort itself out in due course. I'm more interested in getting in players that can improve our league position and get us trophies. And if that's it, but that's going to be used as a stick to beat Levy with, I think that's sad.
Yeah,
there's enough sticks to beat him with. He deserves enough beat, but not for this one.
It is. Well, big up Wayne Bonner. Thank you for the super chat. It really means a lot to us all here on the channel. Was that David Clark, my big nemesis? How are you, David? Be gentle with me tonight, David. Be gentle with me.
Yeah, he's saying hi from Leicester. Porro refused to train today with Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, I heard that. But then I heard later on this evening he had gone into training, but I don't know how accurate that is. But it's a worry for the guy. I mean, I know how he feels. It must be shocking to be on the movie or dream transfer, and then your club chairman sticks a hand grenade up your ass, basically. Anyway, the next one is Mick Hermelok saying, "Big up Carl Simpson." And here's a new name I haven't seen before, Hoofy Gaming. I have a feeling we are getting United away. It probably will, that's the sort of thing we could get. But big up, thanks for the comment. And Carl Simpson, big up, Mick. So you're all saying hello to each other. Now we're all nervous now. And what's on TV at the minute is 2 people having a clue who they are, talking live from Los Angeles. So what they'll probably do is the program finishes at 7:30. They'll probably stretch the draw out to the last 10 minutes of it, just to keep the tension up. So we just keep rabbiting away until then, And
well, I can tell you. I can tell you, if hospital food isn't that bad, it has improved a little bit. I will tell you that tonight.
Oh, good. Oh, that's very good. Yeah. Glad to hear that. I think Daniel Levy might be glad to hear that because he might be needing hospital food if we don't get photo.
Don't make me laugh with a bit hurts. Please.
Anybody's in the chat there, put down the team that you want to get in the next draw. Yeah. Just write it down there, and we'll see what's the most popular consensus for Spurs to get in the draw.
I'm going for what's the team? The one on Stoke. I wouldn't mind Stoke at home.
I'm going for Stoke. I'm just going to say Stoke are the ones I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting up Stoke. Just because I think we'll see. Anyways, just while we're waiting there, Zoe has another comment there. Where are we? Oops. I've lost it. My mix says I'm good, thanks. All better now. I'm back to work tomorrow, Zoe. Very good. And Bristol City at home is David Clark. Surprised you didn't say Leicester there, Dave. I think no, that would cause too much of ruction in your house. I forgot about that.
Yeah, 9-0. Another 9-0 there, Philip.
Possibly.
A repeat of the 1978 game when we beat them 9-0.
That was Bristol Rovers, but
the Bristol Rovers. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, sorry.
I think I'm missing a comment. I saw a comment coming through there, but I can't see it. It's quite a long one.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it there. I was on Irish Hotspur, and the information they got was the Paratici and Levy didn't negotiate the Porro deal. It was an intermediary company, but Levy has taken over and flown to Portugal. Yeah, I'd heard that. I'll tell you one thing: I wouldn't like to be that intermediary company putting in their invoice to Levy. He'd probably cut in half and pay them what he thinks they're worth. So.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but I'm glad to see Levy, doing this because let's face it, bad knowledge is of most things. He is a hell of a negotiator.
Yeah.
So he, I'd say the Sporting Lisbon chairman might even reduce the price now when he hears Levy's on the way.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd be getting ready now. Right, well, he's gone. He's on the plane. Right in there, take off.
That's it.
Yeah.
David Clark says, do you think that I have suicidal tendencies? All right. I know we're only joking. I'm only messing with you, David, And Carl's come up. David, I've heard Paratici's working a couple of other players to sign before the end of the deadline. Wouldn't surprise me. I've got this feeling we're going to get a centre back tomorrow night. And I'll tell you one thing: if it was Harry Maguire, I wouldn't say no to him for the rest of the season.
What?
Keep him for United and get a decent centre half in then,
Yeah. But
now,
Philip, yeah. Is it the Harry Maguire of Leicester we get? That's
the Leicester version, not the United version. No. But he was very good for England during the World Cup, so
Yeah, to be fair, he was.
There's a player in there. He's just got the wrong treatment at Manchester United.
But also, Philip, on the flip side, are players going to come if they think Conte's not going to be there next season?
Well, that's the thing. This is the thing where there should have been a bit of continuity. Someone should blink first and decide, okay, we're going to be. I'm going to be here next year. But Levy and himself seem to have this Mexican standoff still going on. I'll tell you one thing: they must be getting tired of standing there looking at each other for the last month and nobody blinking.
Either that, or is Levy buying players for Poch?
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I would love to see Poch back, but not until he can't come back to the likes of Ben Davies and Derek Dyer and Hugo Lloris that were there in his time have gone. I'm not including Son and Kane. I know they were there at that stage as well. But no, and was Sanchez there in his time as well?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of players there that were probably responsible for getting rid of him in the first place, or the part of the problem that they're still there. So I can't see that ever happening. Anyway, just about to start.
Yeah, we've got a super chat there very quickly. We'll do it after the draw. We'll get to your super chat, Wayne, after the draw, so we know it's there. It's a draw starting now.
Jermaine Genius is just explaining something to the other one. Because she's ex-Arsenal, she's probably explaining, well, your team's not in this anymore, So, did you realise that?
Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh,
I don't know what out here.
We're ball number one, everyone. We're ball number one.
The rest don't matter. I can't remember what they are. Oh, come on, lads, get on with it.
Can we not get a buy into the next round, Philip?
Well, yeah, I don't know about that now. I don't know.
Okay, I'll get Levy get on to the FA and see can we get a bribe in until we go into the next round.
Yeah, here we go. They're still talking about something here.
They're probably debating why it's Arsenal out of the FA Cup.
Yeah, they've got the velvet bag with all the balls in it, and Jermaine Genius is just about to tip them in, I think.
Mm.
Now, they probably have to show the numbers yet to see where we are. No, they've gone to Derby County. The 3 fans at Derby County's ground who are playing West Ham tonight. And good luck against that Derby. I hope you beat them.
I hope Derby win.
Yeah, and then they've got somebody at Stoke. Yeah, Stoke City. And who else have they got?
Anybody at Tottenham?
They've got 2 Wrexham fans. And
they've probably got the man and his dog at Tottenham outside the stadium.
There we are. So it's number 1, Tottenham, number 2, Southampton, number 3, Wrexham or Sheffield United, 4, Ipswich or Burnley, 5, Man United, 6, Luton or Grimsby, 7, Derby, West Ham, 8, Stoke, 9, Blackburn, Birmingham, 10, Leicester, 11, Sheffield Wednesday and Fleetwood, 12, Man City, 13, Bristol City, 14, Brighton, 15, Fulham or Sunderland, 16, Leeds, and the balls are in.
I want to get any team by the Premier League. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, here we go. Now she's picking out the first ball. Number 2, which is Southampton.
I bet we get them.
Luton or Grimsby?
See that I wouldn't mind Luton. I forgot Luton's still in it.
Number 10.
Who's 10?
Is hang on, Leicester.
I'll bet we get Tottenham.
Blackburn.
Who's Leicester got?
Blackburn.
Oh, not bad. Blackburn doing well in the Championship at the moment.
Yeah. Stoke City.
Please make it Tottenham. Please make it Tottenham. Please make it Tottenham.
Number 14, Brighton.
Ooh, Brighton there after their 2-1 win against Liverpool. That's a tough game.
Number 3, Wrexham or Sheffield United. Home draw.
Against number 1.
A lot of these small teams going now.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
Wrexham or Sheffield United versus Spurs.
Right, can I just change something there? If we get Sheffield United, it's a repeat of the 1901 FA Cup final.
That's right, very true. Pity's on a home draw anyway. Fulham or Sunderland.
Mm-hmm.
Leeds United.
Ooh.
Bristol City. It's getting looks like a Man United. The City game could be coming out here soon.
Good. That would knock another one out.
Manchester City. Bristol City versus Manchester City. For God's sake. United are going to get another jammy draw here. Will you see? Because Manchester United at home again, needless to say, and there's nobody left in the competition, left in the games. They've got an easy match again.
You're not biased, are you, Philip?
Derby or West Ham, but Man United versus Derby or West Ham.
I tell you, that's not an easy tie.
It's a home draw, Dermot. They'll win.
Well. Is that the end of the draw then?
Ipswich versus Sheffield Wednesday or Fleetwood. To be honest, that's a very disappointing draw for a lot of reasons. There's no real block for games in it, really, you know. So I'll read out the draw now in full. I wasn't typing it, I wasn't quick enough to type. So the draw is as follows. As soon as he gets it up on the screen. It's given Wrexham some incentive, hasn't it?
It has.
Mind you, Sheffield United are a championship team. We can beat them. Isn't that great? Now, here we go. Okay, Southampton versus Luton or Grimsby. Leicester City versus Blackburn or Birmingham. Stoke City versus Brighton. Wrexham or Sheffield United versus Spurs. Fulham or Sunderland versus Leeds. Bristol City versus Man City. Man United versus Derby or West Ham. And Ipswich or Burnley versus Sheffield Wednesday or Fleetwood. So I'm ties to be played on 27th of February to the 2nd of March. So
well, I am over the moon with that. I am at the Sheffield United, over the moon with that.
Yeah, I would have preferred a home game now, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, I'm looking at the likes of Man City getting Bristol City and United getting West Ham or Derby, I mean, it's I don't know, it's just disappointing. I was hoping they get thrown together, but it hasn't happened. So
no, they can still go out though. Shocks can happen.
Yeah, they can. That's the problem. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
About our end,
Yeah.
So anyway, back at the chat here again, and a few chats and comments in there. Wayne Bonham with the super chat saying, Dermot, how are you feeling after the weekend? Dermot, over to you.
Well, I'm in hospital. That's how I'm feeling. I won't go into all the details, but I mean, I'm having tests on my old ticker. And that's what Sporting Tottenham does to you. It should come with a national health warning. Tottenham Hotspur can seriously damage your health, especially with Daniel leaving the transfer window. But yeah, I should know more this week, Wayne, and hopefully I'll be back properly on the channel, on screen, doing what I love best, which is talking Tottenham to you, and doing it with Philip and Ellie and Mia. And look, you're in capable hands with the guys while I'm away recuperating. But I always will be in the chat, and I'll be back as soon as I can because I miss talking Tottenham with you lot.
Very good, good man, Dermot. Can you bring up the next commenter? I see I've missed a few here because I moved on ahead.
Yeah. Hang on. So where's Wayne's super chat? So we've got
David. Can you hear Leicester name being called? Well, I'm glad for David's sake we didn't get Leicester anyway.
Yeah.
Here we go, playing for a good team. Well, it could have been worse. We could have got a Premiership team. We didn't. So
Wayne Bonner was spot on with his prediction.
Yeah, I wondered did you type that before or after the draw?
It was day before. He's a member.
Yeah, he's a member. He's clairvoyant as well.
Yeah.
David, you're safe, says Carl Simpson. Happy with that. Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. It's a pity Wrexham didn't get through yesterday. Then we'd have the certainty who were playing,
Yeah, it was.
Haha, says Wayne got it spot on.
Well done, Wayne. Mick Dan with good draw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, Wrexham is sick. Yeah. Certainly are.
United, though, in all fairness, I think we're probably, I love it, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, a good game for us, though. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully West Ham play Man United. Yeah. We'll give them a better game than Derby would anyway, I think. And then Carl says, love it to be Wrexham v Spurs. In a way you would, because it would be the romance of the FA Cup, really. And then when we get down there like we did to Marine, remember, and beat them 6 or 7-0.
Yeah. Can I just say something on Wrexham? Ryan Reynolds, I know he's an American actor, but what a good job he's doing down there. He's showing what our owners should do.
Oh, he's brilliant. And he goes down the pub and has drinks with the fans and everything. He's no way above his. He really gets stuck into the club, and he's great for him. Great for him. I saw his reaction yesterday during the game was priceless.
Yeah, it was. Could you imagine going down to the corner pin or something like that before the game?
He'd only do it once.
He'll never do it again. Wayne Bonner, been there myself, Dermot, with the old ticket long story. I know, brother. It's not nice. Mile High Hotspur, fair draw, big up Mile High. And then Wayne Bon with the super chat. Thank you so much, Wayne. You've been so kind tonight to us. He says, called it before. There you go, man.
The FA Cup.
Do you want to take the last two up there, Philip?
As Wayne says here, the FA Cup is coming home this year. Long overdue. It sure is. It's 31 years overdue, to be honest with you. And then Wayne again says the FA Cup is ours. Come on, you Spurs. Tottenham till I die. So that's it. So that's the draw. I And just a bit of housekeeping there. You're aware for the members, we're having a competition starting next Sunday after the Man City game, where if you look in the community section of the YouTube channel from, say, tomorrow morning, there'll be 10 matches from next weekend for prediction. Now, we don't want the scores. What I want you to do is when you put a 1 point for a win, home win. If it's a draw, you get 1.5 points, and if you predict an away win, it's 2 points. So you predict the actual results of the game, not the score, just the results of the 10 matches, and then as a bit of an additional way of scoring points, if you can, one match will be chosen as a forecast match, and if you can pick the right score of that match, so say it's Tottenham Man City and it's Tottenham 6 Man City 0, you get that right, then you get 2 extra points. And then also, if you can predict the number of goals that will be scored in those 10 games, you get another 2 points. So that will carry on every weekend until the end of the season. And at the end of the season, the winner will get a Tottenham jersey of their choice. And the second prize will be a Tottenham football. And the third prize will be, we haven't quite thought of that yet now, but it'll either be something to do with an Arsenal season ticket or 10 minutes alone in a room with Daniel Levy.
Yeah, or even we'll give you the latest album of Brad Matthews when he's released it. And if Tottenham gets to a cup final, we're going to have to do a YouTube cup final song for Tottenham this year.
Yeah, I think so. We'll commission Brad to write it, you know. So, Wayne's made a very good point here. Tottenham Man City Cup final. But that would be something, wouldn't it? A repeat of the 1981 match. But we owe Man City. They beat us in the League Cup final a couple of years ago, and we owe them. We really do.
Do you think we can get Ricky and Ozzy out of retirement just for the game?
As long as they get Tommy Hutchinson and Joe Corrigan out of retirement at their end. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Do you know what, Philip? I know I shouldn't have done this, but this has actually done me the world of good just doing this little stream tonight. It really has. I've enjoyed it. It really has. It's sort of picked up my spirits a bit because I've been feeling quite down today and low.
We're with you, brother. We are with you. We feel your pain, and we're rooting for you, as you know, because it's great you've come on tonight, and I'm delighted you made it. And,
it was better than watching RTE1 anyway. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's true.
Oh Lord God, I'm tortured. I've got EastEnders on there. For fuck's sake, right?
Oh God, that's the most depressing program on TV. Pardon. And that's apologies to any EastEnders fans, but I think it's very depressing.
We've got another super chat here from. Let me go through. We've got one from William Kelly. Big up, William, my brother. I hope you're okay, sir. And I'll give you a call soon. Do you want to read it out to me there, Philip?
Yeah, William Kelly. Thanks, William. All the way from Australia. And my lady told me we'd win a trophy and be massive underdogs in the final. I can see it being Man City in the final. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely. And that's a great. Although I think we'd all be a bit nervous now playing Man City in the final, but they're not invincible this season. So And just to carry on with a few more before we finish up, David Clark is saying Sheffield United hold bad memories for me. I once had a beautiful moustache. And when we lost 6-0 to Sheffield United, I said if we get beat by a bigger score this season, I will get rid of my moustache. Right. Okay. Did we lose any more than 6-0? That wasn't the 7-0 to Liverpool, was it?
No, that was the 92-93 season. It was the first year of the Premier League.
I'll just read the next one before coming back to that one. Wayne Bonner again. William Kelly, this is our year. The FA Cup comes home where it belongs. Absolutely. It's been far too long. And then this is David
again. Sorry.
We lost 7-1 to Newcastle, so my moustache went for good. Oh dear, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's the end of the comments.
There's hang on, we've got that. No, that is the end of the
So
that's the end of it.
It's been great having you on, and Dermot again. Been marvelous having you on this quick program this afternoon.
Yeah.
This evening, the FA Cup draw. I'll be back. I'm going to start doing a 5-minute live broadcast in the morning, probably around 11 o'clock, just to discuss anything that happened overnight about Tottenham. And I hope you can tune into that. And we'll be back tomorrow evening around, I'm not quite sure the time yet, but the transfer 8 o'clock for transfer day countdown until 11 o'clock or maybe longer, depending if Spurs are in the market for somebody at that stage. So that could be very interesting. And hopefully we get at least one transfer in, maybe more. And we'll have to just hope that this is the transfer window, it becomes a 7 or an 8 out of 10 rather than maybe a 6 out of 10, which it is at the moment, if that. So, and with that, Dermot, you want to say anything before we can finish up?
Just keep the faith. Come on, you Spurs, we can do it. And Mia and Ellie and Brad will be your hosts tomorrow evening. As another trolley goes by with some funny food on it. And all I can say is get tuning for the Godfather Talk Spurs in the morning. And the girls, Ellie and Mia and Brad will be back tomorrow evening. I will be back as soon as I can. I'll try not to stay away too long, but health comes first, and I've got to get myself better, but I will be back, and I can't wait to come back. Thank you for everyone for the kind words and support everyone sent me. It means a hell of a lot, and it has lifted my spirit. So come on, you Spurs. The FA Cup is ours. Aussie on the way to Wembley.
Exactly. Come on, you Spurs, and we'll see you tomorrow, folks. All the best. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, we are getting there.